If you guys are out there struggling with Amazon PPC, running sponsored products or Amazon ads, don't feel too bad. That's a super complex and hard topic, especially for brand new sellers. There's multiple different types of campaigns. What do you set for your bids? What about bidding strategy? What types of keywords? What types of campaigns do you run for a new product launch? Well, in today's video, I'm gonna break down a three-part series, guys. I'm gonna break down auto campaigns in this video. Part one will be all about automatic campaigns. Part number two will be all about manual campaigns. And then part three, I'll do manual product targeting campaigns. Welcome to the channel if you're new. Welcome back to those of you my subscribers. My name is Brian Noonan. I'm a full-time Amazon FBA seller, mentor, and business coach. Right here on my YouTube channel, I release weekly videos covering everything Amazon, e-commerce, and personal development. If you enjoy that type of content, do me a favor right now. Give me a like on this video and subscribe down below if you're not subscribed already. I can see each and every one of you who take just a minute to press subscribe, and I appreciate each of you. My job right here on this channel is to help educate, teach, impact as many lives as possible, sharing and documenting my journey of how I went from a struggling broke drug addict 7.5 years ago to being able to build and own multiple six-figure online businesses. Let's jump into today's video. All right, guys, well, welcome inside my computer. Let's jump into it. So, best overall PPC strategy, especially for brand new products. When you're first launching a brand new product, I want to categorize what type of auto campaigns you should set up, how many of them, what should be the settings inside of them. I'll break all that down, but really, guys, I want to start off with competition. So either you're launching a product that's in a low competition niche. An example of this would be your seller number 1 through 50 with that product on Amazon. You found it on Etsy. It's not on Amazon yet. You're launching the product and you're one of the first sellers to the market with that product. You can be a lot more conservative with your PPC campaigns and your bids, and if the product is low competition. Next, and where most of your guys' products will fall under, guys, is the medium competition range. This means there's roughly 100 to 500 other sellers. You've differentiated well, you found a unique product, you've offered a high quality product, and you've made it better by adding a bundle, differentiating by adding new features, using a better material. Most of your guys' products out there will fall under the medium competition category. Then we have the high competition category. This would be an example of like electronics category can be very competitive, clothing, shoes, and jewelry can be very competitive, pet supplies, some baby products. These are examples of very competitive, high competition niches. So I'm going to be going over auto campaigns, but just realize I'm going to do mostly for medium competition products. And I'll break down in this video, guys, how you check. Like, well, how do you know if your competition is high, low, or medium? But just realize for the most of your guys' products watching this video, it's going to be in the medium category. Unless you're one of the first sellers with the product on Amazon, then it's going to be low, or I'll show you how to check if it's high. Auto campaigns. This video is part one, going over everything you need to know about auto campaigns, especially for brand new products, guys. When you first launch a product, your inventory arrives to Amazon. Amazon starts checking in your inventory. You see that your listing has gone active. You have at least 1 to 20 units available. Your honeymoon period has started, guys. At that point, your listing status is active. You have inventory available. The next 2 to 3 weeks, guys, is your honeymoon period. It's going to be vital that you focus on 3 main things: ranking, reviews, and sales during the honeymoon period for an effective launch. So these auto PPC campaigns will help with all 3 of those: ranking, reviews, and getting sales, right? You may also find out that you can't even find your product in the first 7 pages of results. If you're in a medium to high competition niche, a lot of the times, if you type in one of your main keywords in your title, you won't even be able to find your listing in the first 7 pages. Don't be alarmed. That is pretty common. What will fix that is one thing: sales. You have to either get some friends and family to go do a search, find, buy on your product, or setting up these auto campaigns right away will help. I do recommend and am okay with you guys going ahead and setting up these different auto campaigns I'm going to talk about today from day one. You don't have to wait for reviews like you would a broad manual exact campaign. Auto campaigns can go from day one, guys. So let me scroll down, and what is the overall goal? And then I'll come back to show you how to check for overall competition. But what's the goal of an auto campaign? Really, guys, it's to launch the product, to get you searchable in the first few results. It's to start getting sales going, and then to start ranking closer to page 1 or even on page 1, or to be searchable in the first 7 pages for some of those top keywords you've included in your title, in your bullet points. And the other main goal is to start getting some reviews, right? Getting some reviews, this will help you rank. Amazon likes to put well-reviewed products on page 1. Number 5, guys, is to collect as much data as possible. We want to be finding both good, profitable keywords and ASINs, or customer search terms, on which keywords are converting into sales, how customers are discovering our product, and then knowing which keywords to further optimize your listing and then move into your manual campaigns. And then that's number 6, help to know which keywords or ASINs to run in your manual campaigns. Now, let me go back here and talk about competition for auto campaigns. It's going to be a little bit different. If you're in a low competition type of niche or a low competition product, you really only need to set up 2 automatic campaigns. You could do all 4 targeting groups on both. But if you're in this medium range, guys, I'll talk about this today. I would recommend setting up, at least 2 to 4 different auto campaigns. One will be all 4 targeting groups, and then the other 4 will be only 1 targeting group in each. And I'll talk about that here in a minute. But how do you figure out if you're in a low, high, or medium competition niche? The first thing, guys, is the total number of other sellers. When you go onto Amazon and you type in your main keyword, what's the total results? If you notice for your main keywords, it all has over 3,000 total results for every keyword. Okay, that's could be a medium to high competition. What's the next thing you could look at? Well, you could look at the first page and the product results. So if you type in one of your main keywords, do most of the sellers on page 1 have 300 reviews or more? Or are there several on page 1 with under 300 reviews? That means they've recently launched, like this one. Under 300 reviews or less means they recently launched. Now, these are sponsored, but if you notice multiple here on page 1 with low reviews, that would be a good sign, kind of putting you in that low to medium competition niche. In this case, though, guys, you can see that most of them have over 300 reviews, even over 500 or 1,000 or more reviews. So this automatically classifies it in the medium to high competition range because you're going against sellers who've been selling for a while and they built up a lot of reviews, whereas you're going to have low reviews starting out. The other thing you can check, guys, this is a really important one, especially for your listing optimization and your manual campaigns, which will be in part 2 video coming in about a week, is keywords you are going after. So, guys, pull up your main competitor or a few of your main competitors, scroll down to the Helium 10 graph right here. There should be a Helium 10 graph. Now, it's not loading now, but what I can do is just copy the ASIN, copy that, and then I can go to Helium 10, and we're going to plug in this ASIN into Cerebro tool. Once in Cerebro, guys, you can pull up your main competitor's ASIN and then come down here and just click on search volume. Hopefully, you've already done keyword research at the point where you're setting up your PPC campaigns. You want to have a really well optimized listing, guys. So you've probably already, or hopefully, you've already identified like your top, 10 to 25 best keywords. You've strategically included them from left to right in your title, the top 3 to 5, in your bullet points there, again there. The back-end search terms are your next kind of best 10 to 15 best keywords, and then the rest go in your description. But if I come down here and I look at one of the main competitors, what keywords they're ranking for and using to get sales. If I come down and find one of the main keywords, vibration plate, exercise machine. What you can look at, guys, is right here. This column right here tells you competing products. Now, this keyword is a longer tail keyword. It's got 23,000 search volume, a really high IQ score. That's Helium 10 telling you, hey, that's a good keyword to go after. The higher, the better. You want to go after keywords in the beginning, guys, that have between 1,000 and 30,000 search volume. But this is a good keyword, guys. So it has 161 competing products. But if you go down here and you pull up, exercise step platform, 186. Exercise machine, that's too broad. It doesn't have the vibration or the platform. But so far, so good. And the reason I say that is for vibration plate, it has 1,000 to 30,000 search volume. That's great. The competing products is low, guys. So pull up and find your main keywords that your competitors are using to rank. If you notice that all of the competing products on your main keywords are like this, 80,000, 100,000, 30,000, 2,000, 20,000, they're all over 2,000 or 3,000. That's going to be a high competition product. Whereas if you have one like this, vibration plate, they all have roughly 2,000 or under. That's kind of a medium competition range. And then if you have keywords, your main keywords with high search volume, but only they're all under 1,000 competing products, that's going to be a low competition product. So you can look at competing products on your main keywords. We talked a little bit about this, guys, but listing optimization with the right keywords is so vital. We really need to make sure that the keywords that we're going to be putting in your manual PPC campaigns, in part 2, I'll talk about this. It's really important, guys, that you're going after the right keywords in the right places throughout your listing, called listing optimization. So the importance of differentiation, guys. Overall, the money you're going to spend on PPC is going to be so much less if you choose the right product. Try to be seller number 1 to number 50 with the product on Amazon. Instead of trying to be seller number 200 with the same product, just a little bit different, you're going to spend a ton or a lot more on PPC. Now, I've launched 2 new products within the last 30 days, both with only PPC because they were in that low competition kind of category. So I only had to spend money on PPC, and the campaigns were profitable the very first month, which isn't the case for a lot of products that are in the medium tier, and definitely not for products in the high tier. So overall, guys, choose the right product. Be one of the first sellers with the product on Amazon. Do a really good job at differentiation, and you'll have to spend a lot less on PPC, okay, and become profitable much quicker. All right, so now an overview of how to set up the right auto campaigns for launch. Let's go over that. So once you're inside your campaign manager, you're going to come to create campaign. Now you may see that it says something like create your first campaign, get $50 in free clicks. If this is your first time setting up PPC campaigns, you are going to get $50 in free credits for setting up PPC campaigns for the first time. We're going to be running only sponsored products for this part 3 series. I may do a part 4 if you guys want to see that on sponsored brands and sponsored display ads. We're going to go with sponsored products. Under sponsored products campaigns, we have automatic, we have manual keyword targeting, we have manual product targeting. I want to go over automatic in today's video. So the settings, guys, on what you want to take a look at, the important sections of setting up an auto campaign are going to be the campaign name, the length of time the campaign will run, the daily budget, the type of campaign, the bidding strategy, using placements, the bids and suggested bids, what you should set, adjust bids by targeting groups. The different targeting groups is going to be super important. And then depending on competition, you may want to set up different auto campaigns with only one targeting group in each. I'll talk about that. And then run to other marketplaces. It's a little switch that's available now to run your PPC campaigns in other marketplaces. If you're selling in Canada or Mexico, it's really easy to broadcast your product to those other marketplaces with setting up a campaign. And then negative keywords and negative products is super important for going back in later after 2 weeks and starting to cut out the wasting of money on keywords or ASINs that are not working, search terms, negative targeting search terms. All right, let's come back into the campaign builder. I would just call this Auto 1 Launch. Now, all 4 targeting groups. You could do something like this. Again, guys, I'm going to be setting up at least 5 automatic campaigns for a medium tier competition product. What types of campaigns would I recommend? The auto campaign 1 is going to be all 4 targeting groups. I may do an auto 2, and then the auto 1 is going to be around the average bid, and I'm going to use placements. It's going to be a little bit more aggressive on my auto 1 campaign. My auto 2 campaign, guys, will probably be a lower bid type campaign with less aggressive bids. And then I'm going to set up probably 4 additional autos with the targeting group, close match going in one, a loose match going in the other, complements going in the third, and in the fourth, only substitutes. So I'll talk about that here in a minute. So Auto 1 Launch, guys, you can come down here. What do you set for the end date? Well, guys, I recommend you to run these auto campaigns for a minimum of 3 to 4 weeks each. And if this is a brand new product, start the campaign tomorrow would be best, okay? Daily budget, guys, I recommend at least a $10 daily budget across all your campaigns. If you run out of budget by noon every day, I would start by increasing your daily budget $5 or $10 as long as the campaign is bringing sales. So $10 to $100 on your daily budget, guys, across all these different auto campaigns we're setting up, right? We're setting up 4, 5, 6 different autos, and you're putting a $10 daily budget on each, but I don't want you to get too scared from that because, guys, you won't always spend your entire daily budget. Actually, rarely will you spend your entire daily budget. Usually about 1/3 of the daily budget is what you'll spend, okay? So don't be afraid to put a $10, $15, $20 daily budget across each of these campaigns. This is got an automatic targeting campaign. Now let's talk about campaign bidding strategy. Bidding strategy, guys, we have 3 bidding strategies. We have dynamic bids down only. Amazon will lower your bids in real time to compete against the other competitors running PPC. Amazon PPC is a bidding strategy. It's all based off the other sellers and competitors running campaigns at this time and what are their bids. The other sellers running PPC ads in your category, what are their bids set to? So dynamic bids down only would be good for the second auto we're going to set up because dynamic bids down only tends to save your budget better, okay? So you won't blow through your budget as quickly. So it's always a more conservative bidding strategy to go down only. This campaign, however, I'm going to be going dynamic bids up and down because it's a more aggressive auto one. This is to really start generating some sales. So I use dynamic bids up and down here. And then, guys, you notice I clicked on adjust bids by placements. So what is placements? With placements, guys, what you can do is tell Amazon, all right, I'm willing to give you an extra 50% on my bid if you'll put me at the top of the page, top of the search, first page. That's super powerful. So again, guys, where do your ads show? Well, your PPC ads only show, sponsored product ads only show in a few places, either here at the top of the first page, at the bottom of the first page, sometimes in the middle, or here on your competitors' product listing. Okay, so that's where your ads show. So here, what we can do with placements is tell Amazon, I'll give you 50% extra on my bid if you put me at the top of the first page more. Or maybe your product works best to your competitors because you did a better version and more clearly added value. So product pages works better. I would test both, guys. This campaign, we're going to be a little more aggressive, so I would do 50, 50, and 15. Sometimes I'll go in here and even do 100% or 150% for top of search when launching a new campaign if I want to be super aggressive. But for this auto one, you can start with 50 and 15 or 15 and 20. Just make sure you come in here, guys, after a few days and monitor it because you can go through a lot of money quickly if you're not careful with PPC. So for any campaigns that you do set placements, and I do recommend placements, guys, because it's going to give you the advantage of ranking and launching better and the campaign performing better if you have a good product and listing, but just keep an eye on them because they can spend a lot of money. Ad group one is auto one launch, and then four groups. All 4 groups, something like that, so you help you remember. You could also put the product name at the end if you wanted to type in, product name here to help you remember. Then here, guys, you'll click add the product that you want to advertise for. That's the product that you're going to advertise these campaigns on. And then here, guys, the last step really is just setting the bids. All right, so we have set default bid. We have a suggested bid for this product of 90 cents, the range of 81 to 180. But what I want you to do is come to set bids by targeting group. Inside an auto campaign, guys, we don't have keywords or ASINs to adjust the bids on like we do in a manual campaign. With automatic targeting campaigns, we have only these 4 targeting groups to set our bids on. So what is this? Well, close match and loose match, guys, are more keyword related. When the customer is typing in a related keyword, your ad would show there. Substitutes and complements is more product or ASIN related searches. So what I recommend doing here, guys, this is auto one. This is a little bit more aggressive campaign. Leave all 4 targeting groups on this campaign. And then what I would do here, guys, is go like 5 or 10 cents over on close match. Loose match, you can go maybe 5 cents over there. Because we're using the placements, guys, of 50% and 25%. You don't want to go too high on your bids, but this is a little bit more aggressive of a campaign. So we'll just go slightly over, guys, on this campaign. So suggested bid 80, I'll go 85. Suggested bid 90, I'll go 95. Something like that, guys, or 96. To be 1 cent over what other sellers could potentially set their bids to, right? Instead of 5, try to go up 1 little digit here so it performs a little bit better. I found that to be the case. But we'll leave all 4 targeting groups on this auto. And then guys, let's keep going. Negative keywords. We don't have any negative keywords. We don't have any negative products. We don't have any data that tells us which keywords or ASINs are too competitive, cost too much until after a couple weeks of the campaign running. Then you can add those to negative targeting. You may see a switch here that says launch to other marketplaces. If you are signed up for Canada or Mexico, I would switch that off for the time being while you're setting up these campaigns for a new product launch. We'll just focus on the USA for right now marketplace. Then guys, just launch campaign and you've just successfully set up your first automatic campaign. It's going to start tomorrow. It's going to start getting you sales, start helping you rank, getting you showing up closer to page 1 and getting reviews. All right, guys, congratulations. Now you know how to do Auto 1. Now we're going to come in and do Auto 2, low bid. This campaign, guys, is going to be a low bid, Auto 2 low bid. And what we want to do is come in here, same kind of settings, guys. This is the second automatic campaign we're setting up. So go to Create Campaign. We're going to go Auto 2 low bid on this campaign. It's going to start tomorrow. It's going to run for roughly 4 weeks. Would be good. So 5th down to the 26th. The daily budget is 10. It's an automatic targeting campaign. Dynamic bids down only, guys, on this campaign because we're trying to be more conservative. And the goal of this campaign is not so much sales, which you may make some sales though. It's to collect data on low-cost, profitable keywords and ASINs. Here, guys, I would reduce your placements or possibly not use them at all. But I'll go 15 and 10 here for placements. Very low placements, but we'll see how they do. Now we have ad group name. This is just the same as the campaign name, Auto 2 low bid. And then we're going to add the product here that you're advertising for. Now, guys, this one is also going to be all 4 targeting groups on, but the bids are going to be different. I recommend going 20, 30 cents under the suggested bid. So 63. Here, this is going to be 29, substitutes 80. We're going to go down to 51. We're doing low bids, okay? So we're trying to find low-cost keywords and ASINs that convert. So 10 to 30 cents under the suggested bid. Very low placements, guys. And then you would just click Launch Campaign. And now we've created 2 automatic PPC campaigns. Now, just 4 left, guys. 4 left. Next, this one is going to be auto campaign close match. Close match, okay? This campaign is going to be just close match targeting group. Same kind of deal. It's going to start tomorrow. It's going to run for at least 4 weeks. It's going to be a $10 budget. It's going to be automatic targeting. It's going to be dynamic bids up and down. For close match, guys, this is the only one I would go a little bit more aggressive on your placements. Just close match and possibly loose match, but I need some data to really know to use placements on these single targeting group autos. So up and down, guys, on the close match, you can use placements on the close match. The campaign ad group name is the same as the campaign name, auto close match. We'll add the product that you're going to advertise for. And then, guys, what you do here, switch off loose match, switch off substitutes, switch off complements. We're just running close match. Then I would just kind of set it around the suggested. So 0.89, guys, and then launch campaign. Now we've set up an Auto 1, kind of aggressive Auto 1. Auto 2 was a low bid. Both the Auto 1 and Auto 2 had all 4 of these targeting groups on. Now we just set up an Auto 3 that has just close match set up. 3 more campaigns now. Auto loose match would be this 4th Auto 4. It's our 4th auto campaign. Same settings, guys. Runs for 4 weeks. Starts tomorrow. At least a $10 budget. Automatic targeting. Bidding strategy up and down. Here, I'm going to take away placements on loose match. For this campaign, ad group is going to be Auto 4 loose match. We'll add the product that you want to advertise for. We're going to just be running loose match on this campaign, and we'll go 5 cents over the suggested, or roughly 5 to 8 cents over the suggested, then launch campaign. Now we've got Auto 1, Auto 2, Auto 3 close match, Auto 4 loose match, and then just 2 more autos to run, guys. Auto 5 substitutes. Same settings, 4 weeks minimum, $10 budget, automatic targeting, bidding strategy up and down, no placements. This is auto 5 substitutes. We'll add the product that you want to advertise for, and then just substitutes switched on. And the suggested bid is 80, so I'll go 89. And then launch campaign, guys. Now we've got 5 autos going. Finally, guys, we're going to set up auto 6. Compliments, same settings, starts tomorrow, runs for 4 weeks, $10 budget, automatic targeting, bidding strategy up and down. Auto 6, same as the campaign name for ad group name, auto 6. Compliments. We'll add the product you want to advertise for, and then we're just going to switch on compliments. Here, guys, the suggested bid is 90 cents, so I will go 97 cents. Now, guys, launch campaign, and you've just successfully set up 6 autos. Now, if you wanted to be a little more conservative, you could just go with the first auto and then the last 4 we set up and skip the low bid. But I would recommend, guys, you have at least 2 to 4, 2 to 6 auto campaigns going. The power of running single targeting group automatic campaigns, guys, is because your budget is spent much more carefully and closely. If you only set up one auto campaign, guys, Amazon tends to get locked on a few keywords or ASINs and waste all your money versus going out there and finding all the data or all the best keywords or ASINs. They can waste your money and get locked on a couple keywords or ASINs. So guys, auto 1 was the more aggressive one. Auto 2 was a low bid. On that auto 1, we did placements to be more aggressive and really get sales from that one. Auto 2 was a low bid, down only bidding strategy. And then we set up 4 additional autos: a close match auto, a loose match auto, a substitutes auto, and a compliments auto. We're going to let all these go for minimum 2 to 4 weeks, guys, and then you'll be able to come back in and look at the data. So you'll come into your automatic campaign after the campaign's been running roughly 2 weeks. You'll come to placements here on the left, guys, and let's take a look and see the data. So here's top of search and product pages. You'll have, for the first auto, the 50 and the 25 here, or the 150, 100 here, 50% here, and you really want to take a look at the data. So how many clicks did it get? Okay, you got 70, has a really high CTR, 6%. It spent $37 and got 2 orders. So I'd probably leave that placement or maybe increase it 5%. But here, let's say the spend is $497 and you barely broke even. Well, maybe I'd reduce that placement for product pages 5 or 10%. Or if it's really bad, guys, and it got to like $20 in spend with no sales and 20 clicks or more and no sales, I would go back to 0 on that placements. Next, you'll go to ad groups, guys. You'll come down and click on auto 1, auto 2, auto 3, whatever the auto is, the ad group name is. Then we're going to want to come in to go into targeting, guys. Here under targeting, it's the close match, like this one, only close match is turned on. If it's auto 1, all 4 of these will be turned on. You'll want to look at the data here. So this is a close match auto. You can see my bid is set to 57 cents, 900 in spend for 1,500 in sales. So I would leave that bid as is, maybe even increase it 5 or 10 cents. But if you have like auto 1, the loose match has like 20 clicks, $12 spend, no sales, I would switch it off or reduce the bid. If you have like compliments that only has like 63 impressions, you'll need to increase the bid by 10 cents. You didn't get, the bid wasn't high enough. You didn't get over 100 impressions. We need 100 impressions or more. And then, guys, if you have like substitutes, has 10 clicks, $10 spend, no sales, or let's say 5 clicks and $5 in spend, I would reduce the bid 10 or 20 cents and let it go for 1 more week and then shut it off. Final step of what you want to do with an auto after you've looked at placements, then you've looked at the targeting groups, is you want to come into search terms, guys, and you're going to want to sort this by spend. 2 times, click on spend, sort it high to low. Now we're looking at the keywords, the search terms, the ASINs that spent the most money. If you have any keywords or ASINs that spent over $10, have more than 10 clicks, and didn't generate a sale, copy that keyword and add it to negative targeting. Same thing for an ASIN, guys. And then for any keywords or ASINs or search terms that are making money, leave them going here in your auto, and then make sure you move them and you're running them in your manual campaigns, which I'll talk about next in part 2. Thank you guys so much for watching this tutorial on auto campaigns. I hope you found it helpful. Drop any questions you have down below, and I will see you on my next video.